Hey, do you know about the principal theories in second language acquisition?
No. Why would I?
Because it's what we are learning in class right now.
Why would I want to pay attention to that?
Because it is really interesting stuff.
Come on, let's go talk about it somewhere else. We can go to the diner around the corner. This way. Alright, first you have Schumann's acculturation model. He claims that acquiring a new language is part of a more general process of acculturation.
He also says that the best way to understand this is by looking at what happens when people from one culture group are transplanted into a new setting.
Schumann's hypothesis is that the greater the social distance between two cultures, the greater the difficulty the learner will have in learning the second language.
Which means that the smaller the social distance, the better the language learning situation will be.
So basically he is saying that social factors are the most important part of acquisition.
Yes.
Wow, you guys are pretty smart.
Thank you.
Then you have Krashen's Monitor model.
Krashen's theory is based on internal psychological factors. Chomsky, another theorist, helped form the basis for Krashen's theory.
Not another one.
Yep. According to Chomsky, humans are born with an innate understanding of those aspects of language that are common to all languages.
So he's saying that children don't have to start from scratch to figure out how language works, but instead just learn the specific details of the language they are exposed to.
Correct. Then you have Krashen's two main hypotheses. One is the acquisition learning hypothesis and the other is the natural order hypothesis.
In the acquisition learning hypothesis, Krashen says that we acquire new language subconsciously as we receive messages we understand. We are using language for real purposes.
Which means that the acquisition occurs naturally as we attempt to conduct our business.
And what about the natural order hypothesis?
This just means that language is acquired in a natural order and that all learners of a particular language seem to acquire the language in the same order. I guess this is pretty interesting stuff.
Just wait, there is a little bit more.
Come on, we can finish this talk at my house.
Goodbye.
There is also something called the monitor hypothesis, which helps explain the different functions that acquisition and learning play. This says that without acquisition we could not produce anything, whereas learning provides us with rules we can use to monitor our output as we speak or write.
Does this go along with Krashen's model as well?
Yes, then there is also the input hypothesis, which states that people acquire language only through oral or written messages they understand.
This then leads to simplified input, which includes teacher talk, caregiver talk, and talk to non-native speakers.
Anything else?
The affective filter hypothesis, which explains the role of affective factors in the process of language acquisition.
I guess I can understand now why language acquisition is so important. I definitely will pay attention more in class.